All right. If you need your little electronic needs and stuff, cell phone gadgets and stuff to improve and update, stop on in and check them out. I'm paying homage and tribute to those that are from the great nation of Belize, from out west, that live abroad. I can recall this is a new addition to the Burns Avenue. Over here was the old Coca-Cola slash bus terminal for Novelos. Now it's a paint store, Digi, and Pretty in Pink. This at one point was access where you could check out the Norman Brasta Stadium, come in and watch the game. Now it's a parking lot. As you can see, we still used to gain access to it until recently. I'd say about maybe a year or a year and a half, max maybe two, when they put this up to prevent the crowd from coming and watching the game. The Norman Brasta Stadium has changed. I mean, where those trees are, towering trees are, they used to be the discotheque for the stadium. They used to have a dance club that was attached to the Norman Brasta Stadium for some reason. And then the fence used to be zinc at one point. Now it's concrete. I have a little bit better boot. Now they have cameras, boots and stuff. They even have the changing room for the players. The old town council is not there anymore where my finger is bleeding out. That's the new town council for the twin town of San Ignacio and Santa Elena. They did like, okay, the gentleman told me show the actual part of the parking lot that got gravel properly. But this was where we used to be able to, when we were kids, we used to be able to get homemade candy. One to be sized was Tambran Street and Mr. and Kasham. I will get the gentleman's name because I don't recall it at this moment. And then right back there used to be the old St. Andrew's Elementary School. Then you had Selena's supermarket. Now that's gone. That's not. That's a thing of the past now. And then now you have the Anglican Church. Now it used to be wood. Now it's concrete. So there you have it. There's a wheelchair access too. There are not too many wheelchair access places here in Belize as well, especially here in Cayo district in the Twin Towns. Now I don't have a full memory of this section here on the right, but when I get down there I'll highlight it. For those that are like 50 years or older, they would remember and recall that this was a major alleyway to go down to the old market. Now it's Debari. Then you still have Venus, the same. I think there used to be 1-2 floors, so now it's 3 floors now. So this gentleman here just told me that this was an empty lot, Mayabella, and this store here was empty. But like you can see, once you come here now, you can shop, and for Belizeans coming home, you can score your traveling suitcases, get your Belizean paraphernalias and stuff. Shoe repair guy as well. Oh, this was something else too. There's the name, and then you can call them out, use the number. As you can see, the bar is here now. It used to be an alleyway. Now you have a department store, or San Ignacio / Belize first department store. This is what the bar is, and I think they got started in Belmopan. Now it's a different store for your Belizean items. This was one time at one point the old Serendip. Now this is the new alleyway pathway to. We'll get to that section in a minute. This is the new location for Belize Bank. I think they said the family that owned Tourist Bakery built this building, and now it belongs to the bank. I think prior to that, it might have been where Venus photo and something was at one point. This is the old Serendib. Well, it's not that anymore. Oh, so this is Juan. They still own this. Yeah, so the son they own or manage the entire building now, right? Balmoral Hotel is Michel Shabat. The father and the son is the same name. They're still here, but now this is an Indian restaurant. So the original owners, Mr. George Gaff, you think owned it? Then Mr. George Gaff, and then after George Gaff, it was Betty and Jones. So before them, say the name. Nettie and Bob Jones. Husband and wife. Then after that came mates, right? Oh, they're mates. Okay. Raj is the one leasing it out. He bought out the name as well, I think. He's also the one that's leasing Tandoors. So for all those people who are from here but living abroad, just give you a brief history that it has changed majorly. Then you have Kalim Habet. He still owns that. Then Courts was Mr. George Goff. Now it's Courts that owns it. So Espat family owns this. And Mr. Dave said that the people that owns it are in the States, just like for this Sandra and Amira, right? Okay. And Joseph. This used to be Barclays Bank, now it's Old Belize Bank location. So this building right there was owned by Eduardo Espat. He was the first owner. I'm trying to figure out the second owner. So there was a club here at one point that was known as Western. So this half of this building is in the street from, I'd say, 40 years back. So the old Western Club, actually, the borderline started right here. So I think they kept the old door. I think this door right here might have been the stairwell to go upstairs. And it was just a double flat. Now it's a 3-flat building. When Sandcastle was here, it was upstairs, there, and this is a stairwell to go on up to it, and down here was vacant. On that side is Lisby. This lot right here, where that SUV and that pickup is at, this used to be the first where you could get agricultural stuff like poison and stuff to kill grass. You could get feed and stuff, all the different all the different things. I think it was like an agrotech store. I'll go up front to the Burns area and then get the name of the family. See, that building is no longer, it's a parking lot now. The spot where I was at back there that is now a vacant parking lot was owned by Elias Kwan. Gentleman that used to sell what? Why? Why? Now tell me why.
Don't put that in my face. Don't put it.
Let's go. So this is once the bus terminal got moved from by where Digicel is at now currently, this was where the bus terminal got moved to. But this is the welcome center, so I'm gonna give you an idea where it used to be at roughly. So it would be like if you could go take a straight line down out, then all this used to be a section where the Batip, Novelos and Shaw and any other bus companies used to park prior. So now it's the old welcome center, and then over here used to be the old Macal Park, going all the way up to the Norman Brasta Stadium. And so I think right here used to have a access point for cars and stuff to come in and out, and then over here used to be the park, And this was where one of the location where they used to sell vegetables. We had the bazaar used to be up in here. The first market would be, I'm gonna hike over there in a little bit, used to be at the old market meat shop. That's where the market was at one point. So I think it was there first, then it came here. So now you can check out these. Whenever you make your way here, you know, just stop in and check them out. Say Empower by Rootswork sent you. There's a little water fountain and stuff here that they operate maybe a couple times a year. So where the welcome center is, it used to be like the end portion or ending point of the Macal Park. So I think the Macal Park would, as a reference point or landmark, the old Macal Park would be from roughly around here and then go straight out. And then where the welcome center is, this was like an open or a vacant lot, as in possibly parking for what I'm about to talk about next. Market outgrew this area out here. A market stall over here. So you used to have a bazaar that they have. The same thing that they had over there was here at one point. Then over there where Reamers are and that pink building is at, that used to be a building for what was be like the cultural center, or what was known for the dance club that was attached to the Norman Brasta Stadium. Whole space here was an open space. I think it used to be a section where you could get taxis as well. And where the market is currently, this used to be a landfill. And then beyond those trees right there was the old sand pit. And I think from like around here, right where this entry is to the bazaar, if you angle it at like maybe 7 to about 12 degrees, going down straight to the low line wooden bridge, that would be the old road to go down to the river bank. In this area here, at one point this was all metal, now it's concrete. It used to be a zinc fence, galvanized zinc or roofing, so now it's concrete. Bear with me, I'm walking towards the location for where the new Macal Park is at. That's the new Macal Park. Back in the day, they used to have used to be, like I said, the old racetrack, and then once that got demolished and tore down and transformed, they slotted out to a section of it for, you know, house and lot. And when the circus used to come in, because back in the day they used to have traveling circus in Central America, they used to set up tents here. At one point when they moved the landfill from there, they had the tents for the traveling circus used to be set up over here where the market is at. Dead ahead right there used to be the old landfill. And they used to burn the trash too. So at times downtown would be covered or littered in smoke and soot. So now this is the new bus terminal. So this section of the building is new because this was the old Western and San Castle. Then I'll get information about this area here. All this area. This is downtown San Ignacio. For your special needs, they do charge $1 Belize. Umbrella is blotting out. It's a pharmacy. Nationwide delivery from your door to your family's door or your business door. Make eye contact with the drivers as you attempt to cross. So this area here where the old heritage and all these buildings, at one point this used to be a little park, but I talked to some people that knows a lot and they can't recall the name, or they can't recall if the park even had a name. I've been in here, you stop by and check them out. Great, man. Can't handle this, so I won't recommend it too strongly. In there, turned off and changed. Don't do this, I'm just doing it for the video purpose. So the park was all the way back here. They had a little park right about the little line right there where you can see the grass. It would be right about there, and then from there you go down, you can go swim in the Macal. Found out that all this land over here that someone told me used to belong to the Flowers family. I just found that out, did not know that. And it would go all the way up. I think it was basically might have been right up, he said, right up against the fence line for the Norman Brassa Stadium, going all the way down. I didn't get the boundary line, so it would stop just beyond the tree line over there. Just taking a snapshot of your sign. Over here you have a little strip mall that you can get food. You have pharmacy, bar. I have 2 breakfast nook at the end there. Someone told me that they sell the best tacos or whatever they sell here. I haven't tried it. I'm just recommending it due to the fact that they recommend it highly. I recommend going into the Welcome Center. There's a lot of information in there that's available to the general public as well. Good morning. So this was owned previously by Mr. Eduardo Espat. The story behind it is that Thomas Banner bought this property and he gained the property through his community, and they say one Miss Nard helped him acquire it. You can also park your ride back here as well. Yes, this was the location, or the location for the first Pilapa. He put the first little outdoor bar and seating area here. The intentions and plan, if he had stayed here long enough, was to do it upstairs and downstairs. It was a thatch roof as well. And you see that over there in Santa Elena, there's now a proper little road, seating and stuff, deck. And then they have the same over here in San Ignacio as well. I'm a little too far away from it, so I'm heading over to the library, and then I'll debate if I'll walk over to that side. This was a project here that they were hoping to get off, but it failed. So like I said, I'm just highlighting and showing you guys all the things that have happened and made San Ignacio and Santa Elena, the twin town, a lot better. And the memory you have of it is not going to be the same. Like I said, every now and then I find myself getting lost. We also work for I'm not recording you, brother. I didn't even see you. So this is a one-way street. So landmark, when you see the old Belize bank over there, do not make a right-hand turn. So as I can recall, where those 2 little or 3 little buildings at, I think that was an open lot at one point. This is a call center over here, and it was Kosher Bank at one point, but not anymore. And then this is the old meat market and vegetable market too, but now it's the library. Make sure you come down and read. And it was given to us or refurbished by him. This park here have a little water fountain now, and they do have lights and stuff, so every now and then they would run the fountain and turn on the lights. Where you see my umbrella handle, that's the ATM. This one right here is Betogera. Between Betogera and Kalem Habet, They were the first two that brought like a Casco-like building and Mr. Victor in Santa Elena. So David Espat used to own it before Beto Guerra. Ancient owners of this era. Okay, ancient owners of Burns Avenue, the Espat family, right? They actually used to own this one here too before, right? And then on the other street back there too, they used to. Okay. So they said Mr. Kalim Habet is like original from his family is like originally from Cayo. Old school like roots. I can trace there probably maybe 1800s I would say. Tonio Guerra is the one that owns this and he's the brother of this guy over here. And they also claim and state that most of this strip right here was owned by Espat. So we're coming up on this next building right here, or these two buildings, the Atlantic Insurance and the Atlantic Bank, that was owned by Miss Annie Espat. I'm gonna find out this one next. So I'm coming up on it again. It was Huang Huang, as in Mr. Elias' father, that used to be the owners of this one, or I think they still currently do own it. Okay, I got this corner here wrong. So this part of the Atlantic Bank was owned by Daniel Habet. So this was owned by Daniel Habet, and they used to have a grocery store and I think little hardware store here back in the day. So I stand corrected. It's not owned by the lady that I stated in a few minutes in here. We work for like, shares, and comments. Remember to subscribe. Help us get up to 400,000 subscribers for the year 2025 as well. So on this side here, you would have Lisby, and on this other side here will be Galvez. So it would be Galvez and Leslie that would basically own most of this section or this strip. Espat used to own by Courts first, right? Yeah. Okay. So Edward Espat, then Mr. Goff. Scratch that, Goff didn't own it. Yeah, I know they told me that. Yeah. This big one here is Papi Habet, where the umbrella is blotting out. Huh? Alvaro? Okay. So then Guerra owned the next one over. The famous Blue Angels as well, right? Guerra, right? Okay. So this house over there, the family Guerra that owns the Blue Angels, they also own this property there.